mantras of our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says, aspiration, constant and sincere, the will to turn to the Divine alone are the best means to bring forward the psychic. Fix a time every day when you can be free and undisturbed. Sit comfortably and think of your psychic being with an aspiration to enter into contact with it. If you don't succeed immediately, don't be discouraged. You're sure to succeed one day. I only ask that you let me know what time you have chosen so that I can help you more consciously. Always with my love and blessings, says our Divine Mother. Words of our Divine Mother. Topic: The Supreme Discovery, written by our Divine Mother in 1912.
Shuddered in the unknown's grasp, in a whirlwind circuit of delight and force, hurried into unimaginable depths, upborne into immeasurable heights. It was torn out from its mortality and underwent a new and bornless change.
Our Divine Mother says, before I close, I shall add a few pages for those who have already made apparently fruitless efforts, for those who have encountered the pitfalls on the way and seen the measure of their weakness, for those who are in danger of losing their self-confidence and courage. These pages are intended to rekindle hope in the hearts of those who suffer, who were written by a spiritual worker at a time when ordeals of every kind were sweeping down on him like purifying flames. Our Divine Mother says, you who are weary, downcast and bruised, you who fall, who think perhaps that you are defeated, hear the voice of a friend. He knows your sorrows. He has shared them. He has suffered like you from the ills of the earth. Like you, he has crossed many deserts under the burden of the day. He has known thirst and hunger, solitude and abandonment, and the cruelest of all wants, the destitution of the heart. Alas, he has known too the hours of doubt, the errors, the faults, the failings, every weakness. Our Divine Mother says, but he tells you, courage, hearken to the lesson that the rising sun brings to the earth with its first rays each morning. It is a lesson of hope, a message of solace. You who weep, who suffer and tremble, who dare not expect an end to your ills, an issue to your pangs, behold, there is no night without dawn, and the day is about to break. When darkness is thickest, there is no mist that the sun does not dispel, no cloud that it does not gild, no tear that it will not dry one day, no storm that is not followed by its shining triumphant bow. There is no snow that it does not melt, nor winter that it does not change into radiant spring. Our Divine Mother says, and for you too, there is no affliction which does not bring its measure of glory, no distress which cannot be transformed into joy, nor defeat into victory, nor downfall into higher ascension, nor solitude into radiating center of life, nor discord into harmony. Sometimes it is a misunderstanding between two minds that compels two hearts to open to mutual communion. Lastly, there is no infinite weakness that cannot be changed into strength, and it is even in supreme weakness that Almightiness chooses to reveal itself. Her Divine Mother says, "Listen, my little child, you who today feel so broken, so fallen, perhaps, who have nothing left, nothing to cover your misery and foster your pride. Never before have you been so great. How close to the summits is He who awakens in the depths, for deeper the abyss, the more the heights reveal themselves. Do you know this? That the most sublime forces of the vast seek to array themselves in the most opaque wheels of matter? Oh, the sublime nuptials of the sovereign love with the obscurest plasticities of the shadows yearning with the most royal light. If ordeal or fault has cast you down, if you have sunk into the nether depths of suffering, do not grieve, for there indeed the divine love and the supreme blessing can reach you, because you have passed through the crucible of purifying sorrows. The glorious essence are yours. The glorious essence are yours. You are in the wilderness, then listen to the voices of the silence. The clamor of flattering words and outer applause has gladdened your ears, but the voices of the silence will gladden your soul and awaken within you the echo of the depths, the chant of divine harmonies. You are walking in the depths of night, then gather the priceless treasures of the night. In the bright sunshine, the ways of intelligence are lit, but in the white luminosities of the night lie the hidden paths of perfection, the secret of spiritual riches. Our Divine Mother says, "You are being stripped of everything." That is the way towards plenitude. When you have nothing left, everything will be given to you. Because for those who are sincere and true, from the worst always comes the best. Our Divine Mother says, "Every grain that is sown in the earth produces 1,000. Every wing beat of sorrow can be a soaring towards glory. And when the adversary pursues man relentlessly, everything he does to destroy him only makes him greater. Hear the story of the worlds. Look, the great enemy seems to triumph. He casts the beings of light into the night, and the night is filled with stars. He rages against the cosmic working. He assails the integrity of the empire of the sphere, shatters its harmony, divides and subdivides it, scatters its dust to the four winds of infinity. And lo, the dust is changed into a golden seed, fertilizing the infinite and peopling it with the worlds which now gravitate around the eternal center in the larger orbit of space, so that even division creates a richer and deeper unity, and by multiplying the surfaces of the material universe enlarges the empire that it set out to destroy." A Divine Mother says, beautiful indeed was the song of the primordial sphere, cradled in the bosom of immensity. But how much more beautiful and triumphant is the symphony of the constellations, the music of the spheres, the immense choir that fills the heavens with an eternal hymn of victory. Here again, no state was ever more precarious than that of man when he was separated on earth from his divine origin. Above him stretched the hostile borders of Usper, and at his horizon's gates watched jailers armed with flaming swords. Then, since he could climb no more to the source of light, the source arose within him. Since he could no more receive the light from above, the light shone forth at the very center of his being. Since he could not commune no more with the transcendent love, that love offered itself in a holocaust and chose every terrestrial being, each human self, as its dwelling place and sanctuary. Our Divine Mother says, that is how, in this despised and desolate, but fruitful and blessed matter, each atom contains a divine thought, each being carries within him the divine inhabitant, and if no being in all the universe is as frail as man, neither is any as divine as he. Let me repeat. A Divine Mother says, that is how, in this despised and desolate, but fruitful and blessed matter, each atom contains a divine thought, each being carries within him the divine inhabitant. And if no being in all the universe is as frail as man, neither is any as divine as he. In truth, in humiliation lies the cradle of glory. These are taken from the collective works of our Divine Mother, Volume 2, page 38. Next poem by our Lord Sri Aurobindo, which he wrote while he was in the Alipur jail in the year 1908. Topic: Invitation. Our Lord Sri Aurobindo writes, with wind and the weather beating around me, up to the hill and the moorland I go. Who will come with me? Who will climb with me? Wade through the brook and tramp through the snow? Not in the petty circle of cities, trampled by your doors and your walls, I dwell. Over me, God is blue in the walk-in. Against me, the wind and the storm rebel. I sport with solitude here in my regions of misadventure, have made me a friend who would live largely, who would live freely. Here to the wind-swept uplands ascend. I am the Lord of tempest and mountain. I am the spirit of freedom and pride. Stark must he be, and a kinsman to danger, who shares my kingdoms and walks to my side. Written by our Lord Sri Aurobindo in Alipur jail in the year 1908-09.
There was no small less hunted creature more. No fragile form of being to preserve from an all-swallowing immense